I feel as if...
Why? Well... What? Hey. That's what we have to do. In other words... Correct. What? That's... What? What? It can't be. Why? Whew. Hey.
Ahem. School at nighttime is quickly all students. Please gather in the gym.
Indeed. Right. Goodbye.
Yo. What? Yo. Yo.
Why is that? I suppose. Well. What the heck? Huh? What is this? Well, huh?
Certainly.
What?
Could it be? It's not like some occult mystery.
Huh?
Could it be? For serious?
Whew.
What?
And?
Say what? If you please. Yep. Today, I'm feeling Hey, Damn it!
You hear me? Got it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Those embarrassing memories and secrets are all I'm going to hand them out now. Oh! Extreme!
What? Count on it!
This is... Okay.
So,
Listen to me! You hear me? Without a doubt. Quiet down and listen.
as for me,
Oh? Come on, come on.
honestly,
Here we go.
hey!
Say what?
I'm sorry. But...
So,
That's true. You hear me?
Well...
As such, it is soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. Okay then.
Of course.
Well, I'm not totally sure. Good morning! Yep. Hmm. Say what?
Hey, perhaps.
huh? What the heck?
Naturally.
Just the...
Wait.
That's fine.
So,
Yo! For serious?
Huh?
Hey. Well?
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
It's all clear. I see. Very strange. I see. Interesting.
What the heck?
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may...
What? Naturally.
Damn.
What the?
What?
Hey. Hmm?
So...
What? What?
what is this?
What?
No way!
Well,
Ah! Oh, Oh,
Um...
just a second.
What the heck?
Well,
I see!
so,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Don't make me repeat myself.
Of course! Yahoo! Hmm? Yaha!
Stop talking.
It's the Monokuma File! See ya later!
no way! Why?
Oh, help me!
Hey!
Such ignorance. Naturally. What? Such ignorance.
Damn piece of shit!
Calm down. Because... that's right.
What? Hey! Hey! Huh? Actually...
So then...
Hey, Yeah! Punishment is waiting.
Interesting.
You son of a bitch!
So, there is nothing to be done. Is that okay?
Naturally. What? Stop talking. Let's go. Shh. Very strange. What? Very... What? That's right.
Well. Hmm. Perhaps. Hmm. However. Hmm.
What? Let's go. What?
Did you call?
That's right.
You need some? Yep. Unbelievable. Of course.
So, in other words, such ig.
Yep. Unbelievable.
That's fine. What? Very strange. I see.
Damn it! Nah. That's impossible! I can't hear you!
What?
What?
That's fine. Don't make me repeat myself. What? Don't make me repeat myself. It's all clear now. I don't have time.
'Cause, I mean... Please! 'Cause, I mean... Well...
Very strange. Don't make me repeat my...
Yeah!
Let's go.
So,
That's fine.
What?
Oh, nothing. It's just...
Leave me.
Yeah, sure thing.
Won't.
Huh?
I won't let you.
Um... But...
That's fine.
What do you want?
It's Byakuya. What? Stop talking. Let's go. Don't make me repeat. Let's go. So, in other words, that's right. That's enough. That's right. What? Interesting. Such ignorance. What? So, in other words, That's right. That's right. So, in other words, interesting. Such ignorance. That's right. That's fine. So, in other words, let's go. I don't have time to play with you. Goodbye.
Da 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 da!
I feel.
That's it. I'm sure. Well, it would. Da 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 da!
I feel.
That's it. Well.
Indeed. However, well, so then, goodbye.
Damn.
No forgiveness!
Of course. I'm sorry. However... Of course.
How unfortunate.
Most unfortunate. Actually, indeed. Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps? What? Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duck. Oh, you're... Well, I'd better... Yes, indeed.
Da 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 da!
I feel.
That's it.
I'm. Hmm.
Yeah. 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 Huh?
Yeah! Huh? Aw. Well... Yeah, totally. Ah!
It's the moment you remember. Please go through.
Yo.
Huh?
Huh?
Come on! What are you gonna do? Phew!
Let's go.
Hey, come on.
Shall we go? It's true.
Very nice. Well, thrills! Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened and the one that... Okay, let's talk about...
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Shoot!
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. What kind of blunt instrument could it...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a...
Poor Chihiro.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong. Can It was covered in blood. And there was...
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent as far as I'm concerned.
You looked at her head wound?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal...
What?
Chihiro's the fiendish serial killer... The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the
What? That's kind of weirdish.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. More importantly, according to the file, there appear to be... The first is that a bloody message is found written at the...
Oh, that's...
No.
But more important is the other...
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them the...
I got it! Apparently, in every... Other than the killer, the only people who know...
However, Chihiro is most So, how did the culprit know about this when there's only one lie? It's because the culprit in the...
No,
You're saying
Yes. And
What?
Genocide Jack's true...
Hey, okay, wait, Toko has, like, bloodophobia.
Is Toko genocide...
Another riddle.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack?
Huh?
I think I read that. They thought that the suspect might have... What did they call it?
Oh, okay.
Perfectly, Toko's strange behavior.
I got it! You're talking about how she...
That's right. Think back.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness, in other words, within her is one personality that can't handle
So when Toko trapped her...
The reason she locked herself in her, it was to keep her other person.
What?
Toko was afraid.
Yeah.
I do believe what she's trying to say. No. What she wants to know.
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave, she told me, she said, a murderous fiend lived within her, and that trepidation is what's called...
This is all...
You said you wouldn't...
What?
You promised!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to... This is the real world, not... Besides, you said that as long as you were here, no matter what, in spite of that promise...
You said if I... That's the only...
How many times do I... But you weren't able to do it. But your efforts were... Well, the opening act is near...
You don't...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were... Yes! So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko.
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is, so what if one of them happens to be a serial killer?
She's so...
Like they say, sound and murderous minds.
This one is so different from the one we've...
Yes, well, the world is just like how every inning has a top and a bottom. Behind every dark and gloomy...
Miss Jack,
What's up?
some of us think you might be the mastermind.
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind. Just...
Then...
Of course it's not true. How dare you try? And another thing, the police and government, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. There's clearly a motive.
A motive?
Remember what... If someone didn't murder and graduate within... Well, let's assume that Toko's secret... If a secret like that came to light... So she had a very...
Interesting. There, but sorry. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine. Any.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any?
Yeah, I could. Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches complete.
What more proof
Do we need?
Give it up. You killed her.
Sorry, but I.
You say that, but do you?
Perhaps if you had an.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus
operandi matches?
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really? I think there's a slight difference between.
Huh?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage! I consider myself a professional. Imagine you go to a fancy but what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant. This is no creation of
Let me rephrase that. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right? Ah, yes. Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail and there's more?
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing?
So, are you saying?
I got it! Do you remember what they'd use some kind of rope to
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, specifically, pairs of
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's
Huh?
My word, you really didn't know. There's a pattern there. Just figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have
I got it! Is it because
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
in all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had
They were all...
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and I can't believe I said it!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of... But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan-meadow!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line! That's the
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in
Quiet!
lowly, curt.
I would never and if by some why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high
Okay, whatever.
Are you sure about that? Da 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 da! That's right! So I can kill. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trust? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and...
Here's my answer. Byakuya, if you'd have no problem gaining access to... Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you...
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it... The adorable glasses man was behind it all?
Well, Byakuya?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious?
The way you were acting right before... You wanted to go to the girls'
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. The victim was Chihiro, a girl.
Nothing strange about...
On the contrary,
Okay then, go ahead. Share.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
So of course I would... There was no time for... What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said
Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the... But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls...
That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro.
So of course I would... There was no time... What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity that's a natural
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. Interesting.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more. What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you?
There is more to it. We just talked about the differences, but the proof you're looking for.
Oh? Proof that I'm the...
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Shoot!
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Shoot!
What? The difference? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of rope.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it?
I'd never seen that.
That rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong. Actually, because you see, that extension cord? What? Byakuya, you've used the extension cord, and the same extension cord went missing. And there's no way someone—
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the
That's really what you think? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room. Then I intentionally made it look like... Is that about... What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's...
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
So I think we need to—
Huh? Do we really need...
I know, there's something that's—
Is that right? And what, pray I killed her in the girls... Specifically, I dressed... What about all that
I got it! You say you killed Chi, but are you sure about that?
How? What kind of question is that? Even in the world, she was found dead in the girls'... How could the scene of the crime...
Well, I think along with the rest...
That was awfully specific. Please...
I believe...
Hey! Don't just move on without permission!
Come on, If there's any chance the murder...
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is... the
Your proof?
The poster in the girls' lock, a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. Why would the girls' lock...
I bet those massive jugs of hers were
Meanwhile, a poster of the super popular... Again, that...
So you're saying...
And there's one other thing, you know what I'm talking...
You're referring to my Well, I was in the girls' locker room earlier, but I noticed that after the murder...
I got it! The stain on the girls' lock. In fact,
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were... But why...
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other.
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with it. By doing this, the killer was able...
I can certainly follow your reasoning.
Huh?
Why would they go to all that Actually, an even bigger question. Then how did Chihiro get it? To get into the locker rooms, you have to... But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into...
No, she did have a way! And I can tell you...
I highly...
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have...
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
Shoot!
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
Ah! I've got... She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook,
Of course.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well,
I am struck silent.
Plus, isn't there a regulation?
Actually, the rule states that loaning, in other words, you could...
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense.
So then, she must have hacked...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open...
So, if she didn't use...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is...
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the...
Okay then,
Hold on a sec. I agree with you, though. I think...
What the... You finally decide there's no way she could get in the boys' lock?
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There...
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, to explain... Why don't we take a little break from the trial?
Wait.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that...
Huh? It'll make things... Well, all right then. Huh? Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be...
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched...
I'd like you to examine the... Be sure to examine the entire...
Examine her.
No, wait.
it's from... It's not that I'm creep...
Very well.
But you're a girl.
No, it's okay. So just leave...
What is this? Some kind of secret girl?
That's not it at all.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chihiro.
Be sure to check her entire body.
Her entire body... What?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not This
Is what?
is a boy!
Ah, I see. So she...
What? You're joking.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was...
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a...
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show. Now let's ride this wave of... Ahem. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was...
Yes, well... I don't know his reason for hiding it, but and because the victim was male, he would have had no problem
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like...
So then, there should be no issue with the victim was killed in the boys' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but... Yes, that...
Well, I knew he felt a little... off. There was a...
This is the most titillating situation.
So now everything has been connected.
Okay, well, connected or clear or...
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like genocide, but... I think he might not actually be...
What? But aren't you the one who...
He just seems to be too... The way he's acting?
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... He consciously chose to use the extension cord, at least. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, and then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff would...
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct.
Mark it as...
He's right. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room, and...
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling...
Well, I find it...
Go ahead. Find it very...
If you're really telling the truth, then...
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the cult... Now then.
Well...
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong...
That's true.
Damn,
Do you not have a mo-
of course I do.
Anyway, let's discuss...
That's...
Our lives are...
Excellent. Then shall...
I got it!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing. Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they...
What is... Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might...
Yeah. All we need right now is any...
Kinda new info.
It's over. It's all over.
You wanna know who saw the
Killer! And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn the game over, man!
Yay! No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that...
Well, did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the kill...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that
Might lead
us to who did it?
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need...
It's over. It's... You wanna know who saw the killer?
and only the...
No, that's wrong! I believe someone else...
Now that you mention it...
Huh?
Oh, but the rest of you had no idea.
Whatever! Just...
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw him stuffing, and then I...
A track jacket and a duffel bag?
It seems likely that the culprit just...
And that is when he said something. Chihiro told me he was... But why would he be in a hurry?
Oh, so Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to...
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find...
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted enough so that he was willing to...
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right?
But knowing what we know...
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the...
Who is it?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should...
Are you sure? You really think we can figure out who did it?
What? You want to...
Even if we had the equipment for that, we...
As was noted, the evidence is already...
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we
Easy for you to... But fine.
The bag was... just all the bags in there are the same, so...
Well, if I remember right, there was... Do you think there might be some connection?
Perhaps. Let's explore... First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing!
So, what you're saying is, The killer was wearing the
Same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color that is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
So, how about it? Did you...
Just by chance. He walked past me, and he was...
No, that can't be... When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't
It would appear you've dug...
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with?
Ah, now I understand. Your true intention was to draw a slip. That's why you said you knew who did it.
That's right. Mondo was my target all along.
But why?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo...
You noticed such a tiny...
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're...
No, not nearly as frightful as someone...
Mondo, did you really...
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting... What gives you the right to treat me like a...
Yeah! He would never do something like...
It's true. My reasoning...
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
That's what my little ghost...
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi.
Really?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it...
Jeez, does your confidence just...
What? It happens to be an E.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure.
Then it must hold some clue about...
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken. For all your confidence, that is...
How precisely?
I got it! You already told us before that the hand...
Sure. Maybe I let that slip.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break...
Then we can only assume that someone... You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma?
Huh?
I think it's a necessary piece of info.
But if I tell you, and
Just tell us already! Why would...
Oh well, I have a weakness. Then allow me to make a special announcement. When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, if the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting.
That is a mere
Anyway, if you found the victim, the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprits.
But how'd they find out?
Indeed.
What if they found out by
What do you mean?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the— They'd realize it was broken, of course. And it wouldn't be— And once they had Chihiro's handbook—
I won't say it's not. I don't know of anyone who took—
I might know someone who did. Whoa! I think the one who may have taken their... Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook.
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on, I don't accept this.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook.
The fuck is that?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's.
That's right!
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall, which would mean that the handbook But doesn't that violate the school
Well, there is a rule about loaning your... It's kind of a gray area, I admit. As such,
Well, Mondo, I'm happy to admit I'm...
Son of a... What's wrong, bro? You are wrong! Everything you just said is wrong!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case? That way, everything will become clear. Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look. Last night, at the time, she was a... That something was... With bag in hand, she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the... Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, she made her way to the lock. But how could the victim... Simple, which is why he was able to use... Once inside, he... It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dump and attacked. And that's where the bloodstains on the... It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try it, then removing the... And finally carrying a girl's handbook was necessary, but this alone doesn't prove. After all, using one of those... Here's exactly what happened. After all, using one of those, and that's with the carpet and the poster they brought with them. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room. That could have been the end. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to... So, after he went and grabbed the extension, he used the cord to string up Chihiro. Then, using the he wanted to create the illusion. Here's exactly what happened. Here's exactly what happened. And around the killer, there, they is... I refuse to give up yet! The killer is... you! First... at... that... with back... she made... but how could... simple, which is... once in... it seems... and attacked. And that's where the bloodstains... it was like... which is then... and finally, a girl's... but this alone... after using... and that's exactly what the car... they... that Yaku... so, he went and grabbed... he used... then, he wanted... and the killer there... here's exactly what happened. And around the same the killer there... and just as the killer expected, somehow, the killer knew that the handbook, and the reason they knew that is and that's how... isn't that right?
Yeah, wait. Where's your evidence? You need evidence without any proof? Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
I refuse to give up yet!
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! Show me some evidence.
This should prove it! If my Mondo must have replaced his... In which case, once we do that...
We don't gotta do...
Huh?
Yeah, I did it.
Bro?
I got no choice, man. Go ahead, Monokuma. Ask for the...
Roger that!
Wait!
No waiting! No holding! Time for the moment we've all been... Who will you elect as the Will you make the right... What's it gonna be? What? Ta-da! Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What?
Now then. Actually... Ha!
Wait.
Hey, What?
I'm sorry. But... That's right. I want to change.
Hey,
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Correct. Indeed. Certainly.
But...
Because... I knew it.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat my...
Hey,
I... Don't fuck with me.
I'm sorry. Huh? But I want to.
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
What?
No! What's...
Damn you!
I...
Yeah, that's right. You son of a bitch! I killed you, even after all this time. And thanks to that...
Yep.
It can't be.
Well now.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I've prepared a very Let's give...
Sorry, I couldn't keep the
What is this?
Naturally.
Hey. However...
What?
Honestly. There is nothing to be done.
What? What?
Well...
That's right.
I see.
But...
Interesting.
Correct. Indeed. Hey.
What's this?
You... What?
Damn.
Huh? What the heck? Damn it! Ooh, how it...
That's enough. In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up! Well, anyway, this is a pretty good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a Once things really get moving, it'll be like a fear and despair. But I went to all the pain and effort of making you part. You do remember you were supposed to make... Well, no, nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make after all. As long as you don't want... Ooh, my, I know I said you could act super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, and nobody be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close...
I know, but I've had enough. I can't getting out of here. I can't let myself think if I keep. Okay. Huh? Huh? But...
Oh.
Hmm.
So then,